Hello students, good morning. Welcome to our YouTube channels Nath online classes. Today I Vidyasagar is present in front of class 6 to discuss subject science with all of you. So please like the channels, share and subscribe it. Here I am going to explain the lesson 4, the sorting of materials in groups. It means we have to sort the materials in prescribed groups so that the study of the materials we can make so easier. So please like the channels and concentrate and watching the video properly so that you can get more and more benefit. Now let us start the discussions. What I am going to teach you in this video is given as your synopsis. At first I will introduce about the grouping and sorting. Then I will teach you about how things is grouped or grouping of things. After that classifications. After that I will discuss about matter, what is it, and classifications of matter, chains of different sets of matter, elements, compounds, mixture, some important properties of mixed matter, and after that application of grouping I will going to discuss. I will be going to discuss now. So let us start about the sortings of materials. As for example, I want to say, in your homes or your schools you have to separate all the things. In your school bags you carry the bags in proper stocks and in proper sections of bags, and you carry the pen and pencils and toolbox in proper, in separate sections, in different sections. Why? Because it makes you easy to choose the things whenever you have the need of that things. So for the purpose of locating, storing, or some shopkeepers separate the things for the selling purpose. So it makes easy to locate stores and sell the things. That's why we sort the materials in their different groups. Now, grouping of things is a process which makes them easier to locate stores and sales. Application of groupings is that it helps us to locate the things, it reduces the chances of mixing of things, and it is done in accordance with the similarities, need and convenience. So these are the applications of grouping. Now classifications. On the basis of some known properties, known criteria, all the things is classified into two ways. One is living and another is non-living. Living things just like plants and animals, and non-living things are grouped in so many types such as solid, liquid, gas, magnetic substance, non-magnetic substance, non and opaque substance, transparent substance, etc. So we have to know about the properties of such substance, how it can be used in our daily life. Now let us know the importance of classifications. It reduces our problem and avoids confusions, and it makes easy the study of materials around us. Now comes to know what is matter. Here I am going to discuss about matter. You students know that the things which occupies the space and has some mass and offer the resistance I have taught you in previous class are called as matters, and the molecules of matters combined together with a force that is called intermolecular force, due to which its difference is separated. So according to the molecular forces, it is solid, liquid or gases. So matter is classified into three states: either it is solid or liquid or gases. In solid, if it is the molecules A and it is the molecules B, then the distance between A and B is written as DAB, and force acting between A and B is written as FAB. And in solid, the molecular intermolecular force is maximum. That's why I have written here FAB is maximum. After that, in liquid, the intermolecular force of attractions is moderate. So I have here written moderate, neither more nor less. And in gaseous states, the intermolecular force of attraction is minimum. That's why I have written here the FAB is minimum. Since the molecular force is maximum, that's why its distance will be minimum. And in this state, the distance between A and B will be moderate, and in this state, the distance between A and B will be minimum. Maximum. So these are the matters. And one thing you should know: solid has definite shapes, definite volume, and liquid has definite volume but not definite shapes, and gas has neither definite volume nor definite shapes. These are the main differences between solid, liquid and gases. The melting point of solid is greater than the melting point of liquid. The boiling point of liquid and the boiling point of that's why when we heat the solids, then it converts into liquid, and when we heat the liquid, then it converts into gases. This process is known as melting and evaporation respectively. And one thing you should know: when the solid is directly converted into gas, then this process is called as sublimation. And sometimes some gases are compressed to make liquid. This is called as compressions. As for example, you observe the natural gas in your kitchens. These types of gases is compressed inside the cylinder, and you feel the gases remains in liquid states. So this is the best example of compressions of gases to make liquids. Now another types of substance, that is called as elements. Elements are divided into three types: either it is metals, non-metal and metal-wide. Metal generally heat conductor allow the heat and electricity to flow through them, so that is called as conductor. And non-metal doesn't allow the heat and electricity to flow through them, that's why that is known as insulator. But some materials are of such types that do not allow the heat and electricity to pass through them, that is called as non-metallic substance, but it is not completely insulator, so it is called as metalloid. And now let us look about the compound. Compound is a substance when two elements are combined together in definite proportions and loses its properties, then these types of combinations gives us a new product that is called as compound. As for example, NaCl. Here sodium and chlorine is combined together to form a new product that is called a salt, sodium chloride, and it is an example of compound. And another example of compound is H2O, water. It is also the mixture of hydrogen and oxygen in different proportions. Now, another types of things is mixtures. Mixtures, when two substances mix together without losing its properties and in indefinite proportions, then they are called as mixtures. As for example, sand and waters. So these are the things we have to discuss. Now let us know some important properties of matter. Solubility of water. Water is a universal solvent because it dissolves a large number of materials, and the substance which is soluble in it is called as water soluble, and that is not soluble in it is called as non-soluble in water. So, diffusion is a process in which some gases mixed with another gases itself, then it is called as diffusions. Diffusion is a natural process in which particles of different kinds of matter intermix with one another to form mixture of uniform compositions. Then this is called as diffusion. For example, flower kept in a room spread their pleasant smells in room. It is example of gas to gas diffusions. And some examples of diffusions: when we light agarbatti, incense sticks in one corner of room, it forms gaseous vapor which have a natural tendency to intermix with air, so we can smell it throughout the room. So these are the example of diffusions. Now, some objects are magnetic in nature and some are not magnetic in nature. Some objects, for example, iron is a magnetic substance, but copper is not magnetic substance. Copper shows a little bit magnetism, but aluminum is completely non-magnetic substance. So these are the properties. Another property is conductivity of conductions of electricity. Some metals allow heat and electricity to pass through them. This property of metal is known as conductivity. So these are the properties, and another property is the substance find in per unit volume is called as the density of the substance in given volumes. Its unit is kg per meter cube. So these are the things. Another thing is transparency. Transparency is also defined as the matter which allows light to pass through it completely is called as transparent materials, and this properties of matter is called as transparency. Actually, the things that allows light to pass is called as transparent. That do not allow light to pass is called as opaque, and that allows light to pass through it partially is known as translucent objects. On the basis of these things, we can sort the materials in prescribed groups so that we can get help from it for locating, storing and selling. So these are the things I had to explain in this video. In next video I will come again with some interesting solutions for you. Till that I want to say goodbye. Thank you. See you.